Hey, everybody.
Hello.
It's me, Justin Roiland.
Dan Harmon.
Ryan Ridley.
And we're allowing our favorite person,
Producer Dan Guterman.
Dan Guterman, in the room.
These guys are singing a song that was on Summer's iPod in the Rush License Adventure video game.
One of 3 tracks we've managed to shoehorn into season 2. And hopefully we can shoehorn the rest into season 3.
I don't even remember what the other ones are.
There's some good ones.
Rick is now
release it
taking
as an
them
album.
to a deserted spaceship. Thing about.
You better
Last
watch out.
commentary of the day.
I wanted this to be more awesome.
Oh, I
wanted them to
this.
be in full-on Ridley Scott. Like, there's no oxygen and they're in fucking space helmets. And
More claustrophobic.
Oh,
There's no
why didn't
oxygen because
we?
there's holes in the ship.
Because
Why didn't we do that?
you love your budget.
Wait, no, that wouldn't have hurt the budget.
No, come on,
Was that why?
We split the
We
diff.
reboarded
We
it,
split the
yeah.
diff.
Oh, was it because well,
You gave me darkness and flashlight beams, but you drew the line at like space.
I don't know why that would be a problem.
I think it's just because all this whole scene got
Every character would have had to be
boarded
in.
and drawn, yeah, and it was
Okay,
like too much
okay.
to ask. Yeah.
These characters, I remember we talked about this. We wanted to make them look kind of
And the truth is, when I was writing that
Oh,
shit,
it was no, it was because of the puking. It was
it was because like I didn't even think that far.
That's
So,
why.
yeah.
I remember.
I'm all snobby Bobby, like up until the point of fucking logic.
You're
comes
like,
into
oh
play.
shit, there's.
Wait, why does the puking?
Well, just because then they'd have to open the.
Are they
then
all in
it's-
helmets?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all would have had to be
Oh.
as well.
The helmet
That's
part.
what it was.
Not that I pictured the whole thing happening in one room.
Oh.
Moving on, we MC lethargy.
All right. So this is a nice. These are some nice establishing shots, as they call it in the biz.
By the way, before we get into the establishing shot game, this was a season 1 episode idea that we punted into season 2.
Oh, that's true. That is true. This was one that we talked about when Harmon was on Harmontown. I remember, right? Wasn't that when? It
Or
was
I think this is the one you mentioned accidentally on Reddit, and then you went like, "Oh, we can't do it." I mentioned it on Reddit, and then
Ridley?
no, you,
I didn't
Justin,
fucking
and then
mention
Harmon
it.
was like, "Let's just still do it," as like a post beneath your post.
I see.
Well,
yeah.
anyways, so how about the fact that while everyone else talks a bunch of shit,
Yeah.
we created the first
Jerry, what do you
gender-neutral character.
Yeah. Round of applause, please.
You're welcome.
Unity?
America.
Yeah, Unity. Unless I fucked up in some way, Unity is never actually referred to by a gender pronoun.
I believe that's true.
And Rick, therefore, doesn't jump the shark because we don't meet Pinky Tuscadero and go, oh, that's Fonz's perfect girlfriend. We meet, we don't know what you have to do to make Rick come.
See you.
Like, you have to be 5,000 redheads and or maybe there has to be 20% dudes
Which
involved.
explains how Beth's mom didn't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, or Rick got poisoned by that world after he left her.
Yeah, it's like that old story with that documentary about the wrestlers who would go out and have like 8 girls in a hotel room and then they'd go back home to their wife and it was like, I can't even get hard anymore.
If you don't open your heart, you're not going to experience,
The wrestlers.
Yeah, what? That's a specific.
Well, no, it was some documentary. I'm not going to point any fingers at any specific guy because I can't remember.
Unify them. I will become the universe, and I will be what the single-minded once called a god.
It was one of those wrestlers back in the 80s.
You do have a choice between like going, oh, I accept you and love you and my heart is your heart. The other side of that spectrum is like, oh, I need enough shit put in my butt. Like I need more surface area involved. I need more, increasing diameter of this put here.
Yeah,
That's
true.
That's a symptom of not having scratched the other itch,
I've grown.
which is surrender.
I have. You see,
I want to. We could talk a bit about how a lot of these humans might look familiar because they're stock characters from the show.
The mighty Roiland art players.
I really wanted all of the faces to be redrawn. Like I was really gunning for it's
Brand
dumb.
new, original.
Well, I was like, and again, no one cares, but I was just like, fuck, I wish we could. We just couldn't. It was weird to me that some of these characters looked familiar in episodes like that took place in season 1 in and around the town. You know, Morty and Rick and Summer and Beth's hometown. I was like, what are the odds that this guy would be here, but he's blue and has little nubbins on his head? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just recognize too many of these guys.
Oh, man, I would never notice that.
Yeah, me neither.
I guess that guy's kind of the photographer.
There goes some redheads.
Love it.
Brian Newton directed this one as well. And who else worked on this one? This is Mark Maxey and Ted Stern boarded on this.
Yeah, there's a pretty big canonical thing for Rick to say, I want a bunch of dudes that look like my dad. And then you get to see those guys.
Yeah.
What does dad kind of look like?
Well, it's pretty. It's like you'll see in a second, but yeah, it's like they all look different, but they all are dressed the same kind of.
This is one of our biggest failures in history as a human species.
This B story.
Yeah.
What did you call it 2 days ago? Like a series of stall beats?
Yeah.
I thought that was
It's like
especially harsh.
a museum.
Double beat, triple beat.
A museum of stall beat exhibits.
There's the dad. There's Rick's dad. The glasses. The
Here you see the history of the stall beat.
Originally, that alien was actually kind of conducting marriage therapy because it revealed it hurt so much of their relationship. It kind of
Yeah, and then I think I have no idea. I can't even remember what happened.
I devolved into that. Well, if you were going through what was ultimately going to be a divorce, at the time was a bad. I think you channeled some of your relationship frustration into that scene.
what originally like the old
The B story stuff with Beth and.
but the
Jerry.
old the stuff that we didn't use or the stuff that we did use.
The stuff we did use.
Yeah, but it may have been fact. The shame that I feel is because I feel my hubris stench coming off of that B story because someone must have said, "No, trust me. If they go down there, just give me a fucking pen and paper." And good night, nurse. It just feels like I thought you could tell a story standing in front of an alien.
Well, I will say this episode got pretty high marks from the review community.
AV Club.
Oh, you mean the fucking dumbasses that don't like anything when you want them to? Great.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah. Beta Kevin 7.
Is that his name?
I think so, isn't it?
You might be right. This is the first introduction of Rick's underground lair. Very nicely, like some fucking sweat went into this.
I mean, you thought he could fit it all in a garage?
Yeah, some muscle went into this place. Or not. He probably threw this thing together over a weekend.
I'm gonna kill myself.
You've got plenty
That's
to
the
live for.
first of 9 beats in which, at the top of the scene, Beth and Jerry are not getting along.
The bottom of the scene, they're still not getting along.
Still not getting along.
But by the end of the
Nolan, isn't
episode,
this Nolan North right here?
yes.
Well,
Nolan
now
North.
that I'm a gamer.
Yeah,
about
you
my first
recognize him, huh?
PS4, I know he's the voice of Drake Nathan.
Nathan Drake.
Or Nathan Drake.
That's correct.
Drake Uncharted.
He's also a voice in The Last of Us. Keep your ears peeled.
All right. Yeah, he's a great guy. Comes in. If I'd known he's such a star, I would have been like you.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk.
Look,
That's
we got
not Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that is not. Although it looks kind of a little bit like him. That's Gary Anthony Williams, I'm pretty sure.
Nice. Oh my God. Where did you learn to talk, you grandpa-stealing slut?
I'm feeling.
Oh man, drink that up. Somebody get a cup. I want to drink it. Looks like my favorite drink. Neon
These
puke.
guys, when they dance, they have a good time.
They're having fun. She just like did a fat
Yeah.
rail, man.
I
couldn't show it.
It says in the script she does a line of something.
Yeah, we had to dance around it.
Look at
because
that bong. That's a straight up bong.
That's
though.
a straight up fucking Rastafarian bong,
yeah.
bro.
I mean, how? That's okay.
Yeah, because no one is. You just can't show inhaling. You can show all the exhaling you want. You just can't show someone inhaling. Isn't that
Because
weird?
TV cares about it.
TV's figured out. Like there's some
TV
scientist.
knows how to raise you.
Yeah, they're like, you could show a main character holding a joint, but you cannot show
Look
them
at that dude.
inhaling.
That dude's
TV's
wearing a
figured
bra
out that
right
your
there.
parents are
Dude's
geniuses.
wearing a bra.
Yeah, and look at the little move he's
Oh,
doing.
man.
He's fucking feeling good.
Nothing
the
lazy's
crazy
happening
part.
there.
If I could, loop. Oh, God. I love it. Oh man, these people really are. Careful what you wish for, Summer.
Is shit going ham right now?
Shit's going ham over here.
Okay.
In this part of the story. Ooh, look, it's the pedophile guy. You have good feet.
I remember a guy. I was out with my ex-girlfriend, and a guy came up and took a picture of her feet and ran away.
I thought you were gonna bring up because I got tweeted. Somebody said that guy says, "Do you mind if I take a picture of your feet?" And Summer says, "No." And somebody tweeted me and was like, "Do you realize that that's what's happening?"
Oh man.
And I was like, "Well."
Do you realize that there's starving fucking hovels all over the world?
Yeah.
Do you realize?
I think I just said, it's okay if you like feet.
So, Harmon,
do you realize you technically guys?
Harmon, I got two
guy
questions for you. What side of the coin are you on here? Cone nipple or target chest nipple?
As long as I'm like there's a scene here that you'll see it leading right up to where a person's about to get their nipples ripped off. Right that shot.
Is that it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I can't. I was like,
I can't abide.
It's only. It's
we
not,
cut it.
Not gonna do it.
It's only because I can't. It's only. It's me. I can't
like,
handle it.
Not gonna do it.
Like if Justin hated spiders so much that he couldn't. Like we would just. I can't.
Yeah, like
it's
a
not
phobia.
Like it's not like I'm thinking like, oh, good or bad TV. I just like I can't. The nipples getting ripped off.
I think I'm more a
so gross.
I think I'm more a target nipple guy. I don't know if I could handle the cone nipple thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you don't want to nipples.
I could work with target nipple. It's close enough to real nipples. It's like, you know, it only becomes a problem when you're right up in their face.
I also don't like fingers getting cut. Just any kind of blood like spurting.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. I apologize.
I'm okay with it in like gouts, like it's itchy and scratchy, like oh my arm got cut off or chopping this person, but like in like the Dan Aykroyd Julia Childs sketch from the 70s where he cuts his finger.
Oh my God.
And it's just the joke is just that blood is spurting out.
Yeah.
I can't. Thinking about it makes me pass out.
Harmon,
what else do you guys want to know about me?
I want to ask you, what kind of nipples do you think the president, played by
Christina
Hendricks, what kind of nipples do you think that president has? Is she a cone nipple or
I don't
a
know,
target?
but are we allowed to talk about the record session where Christina Hendricks came in and because she kisses Rick so many times in the episode, we always have to get like wild kiss sounds.
Yeah.
And Christina, I remembered when she came in. I met 15 years prior, at like a Thanksgiving party, but and she's attractive. She's Christina Hendricks, and she's in Mad Men, and but she's in a VO booth, and Justin is like directing her to kiss her hand.
It's an old classic trick.
But it's like because we need kissing sounds, and he says like what a lot of the voice actors do is they kiss their hand, and she's like okay like this, but then I just kept
saying all right, I need it again, but more sounds.
I felt uncomfortable, and then Justin kept directing her to get more passionate kissing, and then I remember looking up, and like Christina Hendricks is like she's profile, and she's like kissing her hand, and her hand's like a Senior Wences kind of formation, and so she's kissing the Senior Wences part of the hand. I'm trying to make sure this makes it in, like the image
You did a good job, and you know it's always
emblazoned on my perverted brain.
It's that old classic saying. You know, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
We ended up using those sounds.
No,
for
absolutely,
sure.
100%.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of Hollywood. I want to write scripts for my cupboard.
I mean, I wasn't directing her to do those things for my own personal pleasure. It was certainly to service.
No, I'm assuming she'd be flattered by the story. It just sticks out in my memory.
I do remember though being in the room and kind of feeling that same energy you were feeling. It was like, oh my god,
the heat.
Yeah, I had to unbutton a collar button on my T-shirt. It doesn't have buttons.
This is good. Christina Hendricks, you give our T-shirts buttons.
I like Rick. He's really leaning into that Hispanic heritage of
He
his.
found a fake mustache that's the exact same blue shade as his hair. Unless he grew it.
It's role play.
Oh, he probably has like a little tiny nuke,
Yeah.
like from RoboCop 2, a little nuke mustache grower.
Dude, where's my grandpa?
It's great. It's like what they, you know.
Look at their wall-eyed. They just look completely. The PC version would be mentally handicapped.
I'm watching this for the first time. I just realized
enjoying
I've
it?
never seen this.
Really?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Well, I just mean the finished version.
Oh,
Take care of yourself.
That's good. That's good.
There's Carrie, what's her name?
Carrie, the unkempt person.
Yeah, I was trying to think of that. Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrie Ann Moss.
Carrie Ann Moss. We cut all our
Little
lines.
critter.
We now rejoin this B story
Mid-stall.
1/4 through its development.
Well, I will say that this is this is where they're really fighting.
Oh,
you know what I
boy.
mean? Before they were just bickering.
And then to find out that the alien just doesn't want them to keep bitching at each other. Wow.
Academy Award winning.
We're going to re-break this after.
Yeah, let's go upstairs and.
The nominees of Outstanding Surprise in a Rick and Morty B story are the alien turns out to be over Beth and Jerry's marriage
Yeah, the whole
from
time he
the
was-
couples therapy episode.
And according to Werner Herzog, he gets it as an alien that talks like a regular person from the modern world.
Well, he needs that device though. Without the device, he just growls. I like that device. That's a cool little.
Do you
device.
think that like this is just this invention is filtering? You know what I mean? It's
I think that's like something any alien could use. They just put it to their throat, and then it's like the reverse of the translator microbes.
But the invention knows what the inflection and the attitude and the tone
yeah,
also
of
would
course,
be.
it's a sophisticated device.
It's not just going, hello.
No, yeah,
I
it
am
totally gets all the inflection. And
Well, most
translation.
he belongs to like a fringe species in the galaxy that doesn't want to be on the grid. Like, that's why it's okay to have him shackled to a wall.
Mic drop. Here's the best joke in the whole series.
I'm taking this.
Keeping this.
It's his reaction to the door.
Yeah, this is.
We allowed to talk? No, you know I'm not even gonna say it.
Why don't we talk about Summer and Morty over there on the left and the light switch doubling as the light switch as well as the garage door opener?
Ooh.
Anyone want to talk about
movie
that?
magic. Where'd that giraffe come from?
Well, there was a joke
And
about
what were we
somebody
doing
give
with
me a
that
giraffe. Well, there was a version where he was like shaking and like he still looks upset, but there was a version where it was
Look
just
what's
very.
coming up. Look what's coming
Oh,
up.
this
Hold
is
on.
Harmon.
About to be revealed.
Get ready.
What are they watching?
That's what giraffes look like on her planet. He said, "Can you?"
I thought that
assemble
was
a
coming
giraffe?"
up sooner.
No, it's coming up in a minute.
On, ready?
The payoff comes up after when it's somewhere in this neighborhood.
I saw a lot of Unity Rick costume pairings.
Again, I think the fans need to know what kind of nipples the president has.
Yep. Look,
There it is.
Community.
Community reference. What kind of nipples does she have? Tell the cosplayers, Harmon. Is it? I'm gonna go with Target. Target.
No, let's give her Target.
Target. It's official. Canon.
Okay. You hear that,
She is
ladies?
a target-chested POS. Oh man,
Which,
they boned out
In this
quick.
society is the equivalent of being a Shia as opposed to a Sunni.
Either he took a long.
No, that was a
crap.
time cut. He took a fucking
he
huge
took a
Harmon
fucking-
shit.
He was playing Fallout Shelter on his iPad. In the
Yeah, he's
bathroom.
twice as old as I am. He mistreats his women.
I'm sure there's no perfect version of me.
She fucking made sure he was gonna get a hold of this letter.
He tweets. He toilet tweets. This guy.
They're everywhere. Every motherfucker wrote down this letter.
Yeah, we should have done something where he's reading something out of order at one point, right?
Well,
This,
it's not, they're all the same.
This
note.
read, Christina Hendricks' read on this is fucking great. Like this is fucking fantastic read.
You might want to get checked.
Yeah, I remember directing her through it. It was fun.
It was. I remember you're like, God, that I'm gonna cry.
She's
One of the takes she did. You were
she's
like,
AMC material.
yeah,
I've worked with all those Mad Men girls.
that's true.
Peggy? You work with Peggy?
Peggy?
No, I haven't worked with Peggy.
Okay.
Well, then you didn't work with all of them,
kinda
did
the
you?
main one.
Then you didn't work with all of them, I guess.
Did I say all of them?
I heard you say it.
Fine. I've worked with all the Pan Am girls. Prove me wrong.
This is Beth putting her foot down here. She's
Yeah.
really.
Okay.
It's the first time we see her really put her foot down. Sort of.
Oh, it's your house.
This is the last record we recorded.
Yeah,
You're
just so
probably
you know.
listening to it third, but it's the last one we recorded.
Continuity-wise of commentary tracks, this is the last of the
You're gonna hear
day.
a real
Yeah,
spike in
crashing
energy.
Yeah, we're getting
Around
a
7.
sugar crash over here.
Oh, so this last scene, I remember Matt Roller, one of the writers, said, "Oh, we should do like a Mad Men style ending." And
Or
so that's
like
sort
the
of
camera pulling out, and it's
just the whole drama of.
I mean,
this
there was
whole...
the original version was just like not enough. It was just him standing there and the camera pulling out, and then there was a lot of talk of like doing a like a black hole. He built a black hole.
Oh, look at that tiny guy.
And then it was like, well, it's just
Yeah, there was a lot of
Rick aiming to maybe commit suicide in some very unnormal sci-fi way.
You know what I think that fluid does?
What? Get you wasted?
I think it synchronizes all of your possible versions.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
and
And
then
he
what?
wants to kill all of himself.
Ooh, whoa!
That's really cool, actually.
All right, lock it down, baby.
Lock it down, honey. Lock it down, honey.
This is a bit. Now here's where
Chaos.
I remember.
One of their best songs.
I remember the whole thing is you guys didn't want to do the day turning to night turning to day.
Well, I made it
thing,
work. And
I really fought for that.
Yeah,
I'm a
I made
hero.
it work. I figured out a way to do
You
it.
hear that, Mike Mendel? I'm a hero.
I figured out a way to do it without
But
painting.
Jerry's
3
weed whacking
backgrounds.
the weeds that are growing up out of a crack
Yeah, listen,
that is the result
hey.
of season 1's teleportation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's weeds growing up through the crack.
Yeah, that he portaled the fucking house away. Man, that's a real hunk-a-doozy of an episode.
What a season of TV.
That's a hunk-a-doozy, as they call it.
This tag was just part of the regular episode, I think, right?
Originally, like this
Yeah.
was, and then we just moved it over for the tag. I think
Yeah.
that's true.
Cut it,
I don't remember.
push it
though.
up, push it after the
No,
credits.
are you kidding me? No, this was always a tag.
No. It was originally part of the episode, the body of the episode.
Then this was
I
the
think
last
this
scene, right?
was. Yeah, I think this was.
Then it was always. You mean it was? Oh, you mean we always intended it to be the end and not the tag?
Yeah,
possibly, yeah.
possibly.
All right, must be nice to live in this world.
Well,
of
don't
distinctions.
forget, this is the episode where Jerry
I
and Beth
mean-
are in the basement fighting the whole time. I wouldn't put it past us.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was this scene, and then Rick comes home.
I didn't.
Also, by the way, he's naked from the waist down in that shot. No one knows that, but Rick's naked with a heart on from the waist down. That's canon.
And
All right,
the
see ya.
reason
It's a good show.